Welcome, my darlings. Come on in, welcome in. Blessed Christmas. It's actually later in the evening on Christmas Day of 2021 as I'm recording this. I was not planning on recording this video. This came up in meditation tonight, which I just got out of meditation for the evening. And the guys were pretty insistent. They want me to just do a read on your person who's in a third-party situation. So that's what we're going to read on, where they're at tonight. I'm feeling a lot of... The energy has definitely slowed down, given that it's Christmas, and it does that. There's a lot of sadness in the energy this year. I think that a lot of that is grief, people having lost people. But as far as twin flames, soulmates, you know, those of us that are in this particular type of situation, Christmas is a different kind of sadness because you want your person. And I totally get that. And your person is spending yet another holiday with, you know, their quote unquote person. I am not a person that advocates for breaking up unions, marriages, long-term relationships. But I am a person that says that if your person is in a situation like that, then you wait it out. If you know in your heart, in your soul, that you have business with that person, you trust the universe to take care of that situation, you do your work so you're ready, and eventually this dissolves and you come together if you've both been doing your work and are in the right place. It's one of the biggest reasons for this channel is I believe that a lot of these unions are going to start to come together in the spring, and I want to help you be in the right place so that you get your happily ever after, your union. I'm going to give these cards one more shuffle, and then once again what I'm reading on here is the energy around your person tonight being your person that's in a third party situation. I'm not reading on the energy of the third party or the relationship there. I'm just reading on your person and how they are tonight. On the bottom of the deck, I have the Queen of Wands. In this particular deck, the Queen of Wands is like a little field mouse, quiet, you know, kind of, I'm seeing the Christmas tree, sitting under the Christmas tree kind of quietly, just watching the goings on, keeping to themselves. It's not usually the vibe off the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is fire. It's usually passionate action, but this little mouse at night under this large branch, that's quiet to me. Underneath that, you have the Two of Wands. They're contemplating a choice. They may not, and do not hear that as they're contemplating whether they should leave their person for you, because I'm not saying that. They are contemplating a choice about their life. They're being reflective tonight, and they're contemplating a decision. It's a decision where you have to walk away from something. I do think the something is their third party. I cannot tell you that the something they'd be walking into is you. I honestly don't think they know what they might be walking into, which is what makes leaving so scary. Because on the surface, this probably looks just fine, and you know, people don't leave that. This is very interesting to me because the King of Wands just came up, okay? Obviously the counterpart to the Queen of Wands. And in a reading I did earlier today, that's exactly how it read. Let me set these off here to the side for a second. This union is off balance. This is your person. This is the person they're with. This person is large, a little intimidating, maybe a lot intimidating, controlling, fierce, has things their way, wants things their way. This person gives into that, is quiet. But tonight they're reflecting, and they're reflecting on the relationship. And the card after that came up, the Nine of Pentacles. This relationship is probably very practical. What I was just saying a minute ago, it's like a lot of times you don't leave this, especially if you can't figure out what it is that's pulling you. Why do you leave something that's quote unquote working? You know, the Nine of Pentacles is very practical. This is a practical relationship with the King of Wands. And then the last card I was going to pull here off the deck is actually the Justice card. You know, this is the universe speaking. Yeah, all of this is minor arcana. Then the universe came in and said, you know, I'm about to balance this out and bring justice. I really think that the universe is going to start ending these relationships next year. It's interesting to me that while I wasn't entirely going to go farther than this, the Queen of Cups is next. The Queen of Cups is the most love one person can feel for another person. It's so much love. The Queen of Cups is the most loving queen in the deck. I've said before, the Empress is the balance of the four queens. The Queen of Cups has the love market countered or cornered. And below that is the Ace of Wands, which is a passionate new beginning. So your person has a lot of love in their heart. I can feel this directed towards you, but I'm not feeling it being a conscious, passionate, like, oh, I love them. I'm trying to choose between my lover and my marriage partner. I'm not feeling that. So don't overblow what I'm saying here. But I am seeing reflection over a choice in this long-term commitment or marriage with somebody who is a bit overbearing. It's a practical union, but God wants to bring justice to it. And it's coming out, after that, it's going to be so much love and a passionate new beginning. And we're going to put these back all in the deck. I'm going to shuffle again, and then we're going to draw cards for real. I do that little thing on the bottom just to kind of get a story of the energy. That's like the energy telling the story. I tend to read tarot cards like a story. I know there's a lot of different layouts and spreads that you can do with the cards that are, past, present, future, and, very specific. I tend to read them like a fluid moving story because I see life like a fluid moving story. So that works for me. That works for my guides. All right. This reading is not going to be very long this evening because it is Christmas night. Oh, look, back on the bottom. Okay, the energy of this. Okay, we're reading on your person and how they're feeling tonight. The energy of this is that crossroads that they're at between the person they're with. And the reason I say that they don't really know what this is lit up. This is illuminated. You can see it. This is a little bit more in shadow. It's a little darker. We're not really as sure. So our Two of Wands is the bottom of the deck. Oops. We've got a King of Swords. Four of Wands. They're concerned about the fact that they've made this commitment. The Ten of Pentacles. It's a very stable relationship. It was very happy at one time, actually. And ending with the King of Pentacles. It's interesting. You start with a king and you end with a king, but there's no major arcana in this. So this very much is just based on your person. Use your intuition. Use your insight to filter what I'm saying. Okay, you know your story. I'm just filtering through what I hear and what I know and what I understand. King of Swords is bringing truth to this union that was once very stable, very happy. They don't seem to have money concerns. I'm feeling that there's a lot of money involved here. Leaving this person is going to require like divorce and bargaining and, all of the things that we do. And that's one of the reasons they're staying. And they're not even opening their eyes to what else is down the road. And I'm not seeing anything here in this first one that's making me say like, oh yes, and they're leaving, is imminent. This King of Pentacles, that's your person again. They view themselves as the King of Pentacles. They have this relationship that looks amazing on the surface. It looks stable. It looks very well together. They feel like the King of the Pentacles, the King of the world. They're the King of the material things. They look like they got an A+ on life. And they're not willing to give that up, but they can't figure out why they're not happy anymore either. I'm going to go ahead and clarify with the little light seer deck. Look at that. I split the deck open to the Emperor and the Empress. Oh, because that's you and him, or you and them. Sorry. I try to avoid pronouns because it's energy and not gender, but I mess up all the time. My youngest kid is trans and I screw up her pronouns all the time. I feel terrible. All right, let me cut this deck and then shuffle one more time. these are, this person had, you know, the King of Pentacles in this deck, that's a bull. So, I mean, you could be literally dealing with a Taurus, but what I'm mostly getting from that is they are solid. They are standing their ground on this situation. They may be sad, and they may not stand their ground with their person, but they're standing their ground to the world, to society, to what's going on out in the public sphere. All right. Whew, we have the Three of Wands now. They think it's going to get better. They think something better is going to come in. Something's going to refresh the relationship. They want something better. They're probably wrapped up in a little bit in the Christmas magic, and, you know, you want it to be better, and could even possibly be thinking tonight, well, I'm going to make it work. I'm going to figure out how to make it work. Don't let that depress you, because these will last as long as they're meant to last, giving you the time to get your work done. There's your Three of Cups with the Hermit. There's a double King of Pentacles on top of that, which is exactly what I'm telling you. And the Sun. This used to be a really happy union. And those are hard. When you have happiness like that, that's very hard to leave, because you think it's going to come back around again. But I don't see any way that that's going to happen, given that, look at that. There's the Ten of Pentacles. That's funny. Judgment's going to come down on this. No, we got the Hermit too, and the Sun. Okay, we got a few major arcana down here. The Sun, though, is this relationship used to be blessed. This did used to be a soulmate connection, but it's served its time and it's done. And I'm saying that based on, you know, a lot of what my guide's telling me, but they also just told me to cut the deck, and I got to the Five of Wands. This is not a loving partnership any longer. This is a partnership that is unbalanced. It's uneven. Petty bickering goes on in this. I think that's why your, you know, King of Pentacles ends up being the little mouse, the little field mouse, cowering to the lion. Cowering's a bit strong of a word. Because there he is again over here as the King of Pentacles. And you used to be very happy in this relationship, but it is not happy anymore. Over here, you know, your first Ten of Pentacles, we got two Ten of Pentacles. There's a choice to be made. On some level, they know there's a choice to be made. And what's weighing them down is how much work they've put into this. But over here, what I'm seeing, they're blocking their true happiness, and God's gonna step in and take it out. And you know what? In life, you never want God to step in and take it out. Don't make God force a tower moment on you. That's, you know, it's a big lesson I learned about a decade ago. Look at that. On the top of the deck again is that Four of Wands. But you know what? My guides just said, but that's... Look at this Four of Wands. Look at the difference between this Four of Wands, steeped in shadow and secrets and darkness with some beauty, and this one, which is a celebration. This is the union that is set up to be with you. But they have to figure this out. They have to figure this out, and they haven't done it quite yet. But we are also in a Venus retrograde. Here's two things I want you to kind of take away with this. First of all, it's Christmas, and everybody wants to make stuff work on Christmas. You know, the packages have been opened. Everybody's been having a good time. And if you're not having a good time, it's amplified a millionfold, because you're like, what's wrong with me? They may go into this moment of, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to remember the happiness that we once had, and I'm going to restore it. I'm going to bring it back, because I've worked very hard for this for a very long time, and we can have it again. The problem is your person's other person. I don't get any energy off of this that they want to make this work. Oh gosh, should I do cards on them? Oh, I feel a little bit, you know, stalkery doing cards on a third person. I'm checking with my guides because I feel like I want to. Let's do it. Let me get rid of these cards here. Pull a different deck up. I'm hearing pull the cat deck. If I pull the cat deck, it's late at night. My eyes are not working as well, and this deck always throws me with its Roman numerals. So bear with me. Bear with me if I am not, if I mess up and say like something's the Six of Swords and it's the Six of Wands. I'll double check everything before we start reading cards. Let me just give this a shuffle. I shuffle at the end, and I just shuffle randomly throughout the day. So my cards are always shuffled. They're always shuffled. They're always cleared. I'm tarot on the go. Ready to do a reading at any moment, which is about how my life has gone lately. All right. So we're doing this on the energy of your person's person tonight. All right. This is the Six of Swords. That is a person wanting to move on. Oh, right. They said don't do the big draw out from the bottom. That's not the... That's the energy. Your person's person is dreaming of different shores. They are also looking at other opportunities. Let's see what comes up when we just start drawing the cards. Ten of Pentacles again. They're both thrown by the fact that this used to be a really happy union. And that breaks my heart a little bit. I hate when that stuff falls apart. We've got the Chariot, the Ace of Swords, and the Nine of... that one's going to throw me. I'm going to look in the book. Hold on a second. I will never forget this card again. It is the Eight of Pentacles. Very practical. It's kind of the same on their side as it is on your person's side, because you've got 10 of Pentacles, a Chariot, an Ace of Swords, and an Eight of Pentacles. Let me grab a different deck to... I hate when they stop me, as I've already got the deck halfway out of the drawer, and they're like, no, not that deck. Ooh. Crystal ball's wanting to fall down there. All right, let me give Alice here a shuffle before I use her to... The vibe on this person to me is a lot more in control of themselves. Like, there was more sadness on your person's side. This person has this energy of they've got their stuff together and they're going to be okay. And they look to me like they're looking at some truth too about possibly moving away from this union. Again, you know, Christmas bringing up a lot of stuff, and you know, this is more likely more feminine energy, and you know how we are as women. It's like if we're done, we're done. If we're ready for something new, we're usually ready for something new. And then the Fool is the first card that comes up on top of that Eight of Pentacles. Followed by the King of Wands. I wonder if... I'm sorry, that hit me as they may already have another person. The Six of Wands, they want to move away, and they want to move away fast to a new cycle, a new beginning. They are looking at different shores. I mean, that six, where was that six that came up first? It's over here. No. I've got the Seven of Swords. That's a sneaky card. Usually if you get the Seven of Swords and Justice, you've got a divorce. That is not something that we currently have. We do have the Four of Pentacles. They're being miserly. Wow. I feel bad because I don't like to do, you know, Ten of Wands, a breaking point. I don't like to do... Oh, sorry. Sorry. Remember what I said a minute ago when you have, what is it, the Seven of Swords with Justice? Yeah, this person is at least in this moment contemplating moving on, and maybe moving on to a different person. They may already have something on the side. I feel really bad because, like, you know, it's so stereotypical to be like, all, you know, when you're looking at third party stuff, you know, women tend to view their man that's in a third party, oh, the wife is so terrible to them, and she cheats on him, and she's terrible, and I want to save him. Nobody do that. Okay, we all make our choices. We all make our choices. We're all responsible for ourselves. We all have some amount of free will going on here. Let's just take things for what they are. In this situation, these cards did come out that way. They did come out that that person, that your person is in a marriage or a long-term partnership with, is looking to leave. They're looking to leave. They want a fresh start. They want I've got the Fool and the World here with the Six of Swords in the middle. And this King of Wands is another person. This is a different energy. I think that your person either has another person already, not your person, your person's person, either has another person already or they're gonna. This Ace of Swords, given this deck, and this is the deck they wanted me to use, this poor cat is getting their claws clipped. I feel like this person feels like your person clips their claws and they're sick and tired of it. And they've been sneaking around and they've been miserly with their affection. Four of Pentacles is miserly card, but I'm feeling like it's miserly with their affection, their attention. And then over here, you've got, what did we say? The Eight of Pentacles. This relationship is very practical, but I'm going to say she's reaching a breaking point, and there's a divorce, there's a break, there's a separation coming. Your person may not see it coming. And given that the Chariot is in here, God's driving this. God's moving this along. Whew. I'm going to leave that there. We're going to call that a night. Merry Christmas. Hang in there, but get your work done, because you don't have any control over any of this. This stuff is going to play out how this stuff plays out, and you need to stay somewhat separate from it. I do not advocate for affairs and, sneaking around behind people's backs. I think that's when people get hurt in ways that they don't need to get hurt. But if your person is with another person and you know that that's your person and you know that they're coming towards you eventually, there's nothing wrong with waiting. Just don't be stagnant while you wait. Do something with your life. Work on your healing. Build a business. Paint. Be creative. Work your magic. Be fabulous. So that when they're free and the dust all settles, they can't not look at you. They can't not be drawn into you. That's your work right now. It's not to sit and wait and pine and think about how awful this person here. This person's not awful. They're a person, They've got their baggage. And you don't know the inner workings of their relationship together and what's gone on between them. But this is what the cards are saying where it sits tonight. So hopefully that gave some of you a little bit of hope, a little bit of motivation to maybe do the work. I'll be back again tomorrow with more readings. I'm wishing you a very blessed Christmas. Peace on earth, goodwill, please God, towards men. Sending you my love. Thank you for being here, and I will see you on the next video.